Okay, so let's talk about something that feels, for a lot of people, kind of impossible: becoming a millionaire. But what if I told you it's not really about getting lucky or working yourself to the bone? What if it's actually a simple, mechanical roadmap you can follow? Let's get into it.
So let's just start with the big, obvious question, right? Why aren't you rich yet? I mean, we all see those crazy stories. Someone makes a fortune overnight on some new crypto coin. But let's be honest, waiting around for that kind of lottery ticket to hit is, well, it's a losing game for pretty much everyone.
And that's exactly where this belief comes from, that getting to $1 million net worth is one of two things. Either you win the lottery or you grind yourself into complete and total burnout, chasing money for decades.
But the truth is, it's so much simpler than that. Becoming a millionaire isn't some kind of magical quest. It's really just a solvable problem. It's a mechanical process that works if you follow a clear roadmap, which is exactly what we're going to lay out right now.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll tackle the biggest misconception out there. Then, we'll walk through 3 distinct phases: building your foundation, using your leverage, and fueling your motivation. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with the one ultimate rule that makes this whole thing click.
All right, first things first. We have to clear the air on the biggest misconception. Because before we can even start this journey, we have to get on the same page about what being a millionaire actually means. And I'm willing to bet it's not what you think.
See, the whole misconception really comes from not understanding the absolute basics. So let's build our foundation. This is phase 1, and it's all about learning the simple language of wealth, assets, and liabilities.
So here's the official secret. A millionaire is just someone with a net worth of $1 million. And the powerful thing here isn't the number, it's the super simple formula. It's just your assets, that's all the stuff you own, minus your liabilities, which is all the money you owe. That's it. That's the entire game in one little equation.
And this is our target, $1 million. It's not some fuzzy, abstract idea. It is a concrete number, a specific goal we can actually work towards.
Now, this is the really critical part, understanding the difference between these two things. Assets literally put money in your pocket. Think a rental property, stocks, or hey, even a pressure washer you use for a weekend side hustle. Liabilities, on the other hand, take money out of your pocket. Think credit card debt or a car loan. The whole game is just acquiring more things from column 1 and getting rid of things from column 2.
And here's a perfect example of how this works, using real estate. You don't need $500,000 in cash to buy a house. You get a loan, that's a liability, right, to buy the asset, the house. Then you get tenants whose rent pays off that loan for you, all while the house hopefully goes up in value. You're using a liability to build a massive asset. Pretty cool, huh?
Okay, so you've got your foundation. You get it. But if you want to speed up the process, I mean really accelerate it, you need phase 2, leverage. This is how you multiply your effort without just working more and more hours. Leverage is such a powerful idea. Just picture a real physical lever. You know, if you push on just the right spot, you can move a giant boulder with hardly any effort. Well, the exact same principle applies to building wealth. Most people just try to push that boulder with their bare hands by working harder.
This is the leverage pyramid, and it shows you how your effort can scale up massively. At the bottom, you've got labor, getting other people to work for you. A step up from that is capital, making your money work for you, like in the stock market. Above that, code, getting software or AI to work for you 24/7, no breaks. And at the very top, you have media, using a platform like this one to speak to thousands or even millions of people at the same time. Every step up is a huge leap in power.
So, how do you actually use this pyramid? Well, it all starts with this one critical shift in your thinking. You have to stop chasing money directly. Instead, you have to focus on providing value. If you can create a valuable solution to a problem people have, the money will just naturally follow. Then you'll have something you can apply leverage to.
And that brings us to what might be the single most important part of this whole journey. Phase 3, fueling your motivation. Think of this as the anti-burnout cycle, the thing that's designed to keep you in the game.
Because here's the honest-to-goodness truth. The number one reason people fail to reach their financial goals isn't a bad strategy, and it's not a lack of money. It's just that they run out of steam. They lose motivation, and they give up.
Now, what's so wild about this cycle is that it completely flips conventional wisdom on its head. See, we think we need to feel motivated before we can start working. But it's actually the other way around. Step 1, you just start with action, even a tiny bit of work.
Step 2, finishing that little task gives you a small hit of feel-good brain chemicals. And step 3, that good feeling is what creates the motivation to do more. Action creates motivation, not the other way around.
And this leads to a super simple but incredibly powerful life hack. The next time you wake up and you just don't feel like working on your goals, don't try to force yourself to feel motivated. Just commit to 1 single minute of work. That's it. I promise you more often than not, once you get that engine started, you won't want to stop.
All right, let's tie all of these pieces together. Let's talk about the one ultimate rule that governs this entire roadmap.
So here it is, the ultimate rule. Becoming a millionaire is simply a numbers game of providing value and using leverage. That's the whole equation. The more value you can provide and the more leverage you can use to deliver that value to people, the faster your wealth is going to grow. It's a direct relationship.
And look, providing value doesn't have to be some huge world-changing invention. It can be as simple as tutoring kids in your neighborhood. It can be pressure washing driveways on the weekend. It could be writing code for a small app that solves a specific problem, or even creating a diet plan that helps someone finally get healthy. Each one of these things solves a problem for somebody.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought. You now have the roadmap. You understand the rules of the game, and you have the secret to staying motivated. So the only real question left is, what value will you provide?